Looking around, we see men living in never-ending dissatisfaction with themselves and the state of the world, dreaming of virtues like integrity, honor, and courage, feeling that society around them is getting worse rather than better, and thinking that they are powerless to do anything about it. Men excusing themselves by pointing out that they are too young or too busy to put in the effort to accomplish anything important. Men justifying their inaction by saying that they do not have any gifts or talents to contribute, thinking that their actions will not make any difference anyway. We are all guilty of this pattern of thinking and acting, friend, because at every turn in our lives, we can come up with a perfect excuse for sitting around and doing nothing. But remember that it is always better to do what you can, wherever you are, with whatever you have, rather than do nothing. Have the courage to honestly challenge the excuses for your idleness and pursue a life of action and duty. Be the man that recognizes that it is better to act with the risk of wearing out rather than do nothing and have the risk of rusting out. Perhaps you have failed so often in your goals that the prospect of this ever-changing started to feel hopeless. You might excuse yourself from action using this argument and throw in the towel, stopping altogether. This will be a mistake because past failures are no excuse for present inaction. All the labels that you throw at yourself for the poor past performance will only enforce the excuse for your present inaction. Just because you have failed at something in the past, friend, does not guarantee that you cannot succeed in the future. Attaining any goal requires you to fail at times along the way. Take the lessons from your failures and start again today. When you excuse yourself by saying that you have a great idea but you do not know how to start working on it, remember that plans are great, but you do not need a perfect plan to start taking action. Take the first step, friend, based on what you do know, and plans will unfold as you act. Even if only the first step is clear to you and the panic of the pressure coming from the unknown seems to pull you to the side, remember your purpose, the reason why you wanted to start in the first place, and get going. Once you will take your first step, the next step will unfold in front of you, and the next step after that will emerge as you go along. Your great idea, your vision will take shape as you act, even without having all the details before getting started. When you excuse yourself by saying that you have no abilities or talents that would ever be useful, keep in mind, friend, that it is reasonable not to live with the illusion of being important, but be sure about the fact that you are necessary. You might think that you are a man without any gifts to contribute to any cause, but that is because you are only focusing on obvious qualities. Every man has a gift that can be developed into a game-changing asset. Whatever your abilities are, their usefulness will unfold once you start taking action. The strangest of qualities and the weirdest of abilities will come with unique points of view that will give you a perspective of the world that is so different that these abilities that you might even consider weak points can prove to be the reasons for your future success. If your days oscillate between studies and work, between family and sports, between these tasks and those goals, and you tend to justify your inaction with the excuse of being too busy, keep in mind, friend, that if the thing that you are trying to pursue is important to you, you will find the time to do it. Have you ever known anyone to choose slack and indulgence as tools to achieve success? Neither have I. Your schedule might look insane from the outside, but through sheer discipline and the power of good habits, you can prioritize action in the direction of your vision. The smallest action taken in the direction of your dreams will keep the fire alive in you, which will prevent you from sinking in the rut of regret and dissatisfaction. Take action in small amounts if that is all you have at the moment, but act nonetheless. If what pushes you into passivity is not only fear, but also the feeling that nothing that you can do would make any difference, keep in mind, friend, that the difference that you make when you take action cannot always be measured or seen right away. The effects of your actions will not only change things here and now, but will also prepare you for the challenges to come. Every action that you take will give you purpose, will sharpen your morale, and will test your skills and character. If nothing else, this will prepare you for your future trials. Be a man that chooses to be engaged and to take action, rather than to be a procrastinator who approves what others do while being careful not to be involved. If anything, take something with you, friend. In life, everything which ceases to struggle, which remains inactive, will deteriorate rapidly. It is the struggle towards an ideal, the constant attempt to get higher and further, that develops manhood and character. Keep the masculine energy that will drive you to take risks, compete, fight and explore alive and at its highest pitch, so that it fuels you every day to stay vigilant, keep your mental and physical skills sharp, and most importantly, take action. Refuse to get sloppy and soft. Deny yourself the luxury of laziness and create a bit of stress in your life by taking action. Be the man that chooses to act rather than reading books on how to act. Have the courage to deal with the dirty process of taking action. Have the pride to carry your scars with your head held high and the humility to learn from the lessons they have taught you. Be a man of action and embrace the path of doing.